Anytime you want me, you don't have to say please. And anytime you want me, I'll be there. Ain't nobody like you, even if I tried to. Only got my eyes on you, only got my eyes on you. 'Cause you make me feel alive. And you are, let's put this car in drive. Don't know what I did to deserve you, girl. You are perfect in my eyes. I know you inside out, you know me up and down. You can never make me walk away. What's left to figure out? Let's go get out this town. There's no need to play it safe again. 'Cause you make me feel alive. And you are, let's put this car in drive. Don't know what I did to deserve you, girl. You are perfect in my eyes. Perfect in my eyes. Perfect in my eyes. Yeah. Don't know what I did to deserve you, but I don't ever wanna hurt you. Don't know what I did to deserve you, but I don't ever wanna hurt you. 'Cause you make me feel alive. And you are, let's put this car in drive.
Mic check. 1, 2.
Perfect in my eyes.
My man Recoil in the chat. Crazy Sin, Graz are the Canadian superstars. Destitus. Alright, YouTube, what up? Jeffrey. Buddy. Bunster. Tullus. Kilty. Oh wait, is Deepbot on? Fuck. Did I forget to put Deepbot on? Does anyone see it? I gotta hit up my mom. Yo, what up, guys? Is the bot off for you guys? Because I'm in the big chat. I can't tell. My mom is checking the bot right now. Mom! Check the bot! Check the bot back in Florida. Raven Knight, what's up, planet? Camo specs online. Thank you, Recoil. Oh, hey, Huff. I'm getting my goddamn seat pillow correct. Ah, there we go. Oh my god. Not bad. Yo, Spoochular of Heroes. Yo, Evan V here on the top. It's my man Evan V. Are you wearing clothes right now, dude? You don't have to answer that. I know the answer. Raven Knight. Already said that. We're looking good. We're good. He said on a public train, so no. Longmore TV, why are you logged in? What would we use to charge to? Oh, Wyatt was asking me a question. Wyatt's asking me a question about Diablo. Looking good. Checking my mom's. See if she gets the bot back. Ooh. Longmore says, I run wild and naked through the internet. Yeah, you do. Mid-morning in Australia. Evan V. Ozzy Jedi, what's up, man? Love minis, of course. The Beast mod. So, alright. Gentleman with the gentleman paints, what's up, bud? Oh man. So I was at the hospital for a while. Today is wound care day. We're, this was like our first of. So it keeps getting pushed back. So we were hoping for last Friday. We were hoping for today, and now they're telling us that the surgeon will be there on like Thursday, and that'll be the day he takes out the stitches. So we've got at least 2 more days before earliest GTFO date for Wyatt in the hospital. Aussie Jedi. For the Long War doubles at Decepticon, you get your models based. Hell yeah. We've got Long War TV in chat. Yeah, I guess I have we have so much stuff to do for Long War doubles still. Like we have to set up those goddamn tokens. Rob, are you in there? I put Arthur on that task. He's done things like that before. Like that kind of email shit. So so hit him up. I put him on that task though. Talon says, you could always turn into sports betting tonight. Stats, analysis, with predictions, 40K in college basketball. Kramus, what's up, man? Kramus, wishing Wyatt a speedy recovery. Thanks, man. Professor Dew, what's up, brother? So, Long War, yeah, I briefed Arthur on like what the bullshit they asked us to do last year was that we couldn't figure out, and he looked at it and he's like, I know about this stuff and I have guys who do, so he might be able to get it done for us. So still refuse. I'm not gonna fucking copy and paste the 128 tokens again. It has to be that. It has to be that mass that emailer thing or nothing. I hand did that shit last time. It took me like a week. Aussie Jedi, hands down, doubles at DevCon last year with the holiday weekend. Makes me happy to hear. Legion of Great Plastic, what's up, man? What's up, brother? So we're out of content. I'm sure you guys noticed that was the title of today's stream. We're done. We finished up our Texas project. And I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, sorry guys. Fucking music's too loud. I'm just gonna turn that down. Let me check my mic. Let me check my mic too. This is better. Disco, there's got to be some unpainted plastic in this room. Nah, there's no minis in here. Little plastic war dollies. Any chance of getting the Watang clan revived for the Orc Codex release? When's the scheduled release of the Orc Codex? One point saves. Since I got two ideas. Last Epoch Theorycraft, and of course, Power Wash Simulator Warhammer mod. What? March, April? Probably not. We do that shit in October. Warhammer is on Power Wash Simulator now. I don't even know what that is. What is Power Wash? Is that literally what it sounds like? What exactly are we talking about? It's a game? Do you simulate power washing? Is that literally what the game is? Literally a power wash simulator. Cleaning rhinos and shit. Oh my god, really? That's so awesome. I'm into it. I'd play that. Is it in VR? I play that in VR. Recoil's mom with the resub. Can I guess what strong woman love in chat for Recoil's mom? One plus saves. FNAF. Don't know what that means. Monument Hobbies with the raid. Welcome to the chat. Monument crew. Love Minis. White is not out. Saw wound care today. They said the surgeon coming on Thursday, and it looks like it looks all healed. So like, good news, bad news situation. We were expecting him to be here today, so I kind of feel like he would get the stitches out today if the fucking doctor was there. But they said it looks all healed up. They took everything out except the stitches. He's taking the stitches out. That's Thursday. So it's all based on how Wyatt feels, you know, because like we're not interested, or he's specifically not interested in any of this therapy nonsense. Like the second that it's like you can sit in that wheelchair, you're gone. So that might be Thursday night. Five Nights at Freddy's. 1+ saves. Monument Hobbies. What's up for the Monument team? We're all heading out for the night. Enjoy the stream. Good night. Thank you guys for the raid. Welcome to the show. In Texas, out of content, we finished up our Thousand Suns project, and we're going to move on to something special today. We're going to pay Angron. Love Mini. Sounds like the last time you were in the hospital. Heard that. Meticulous Chaos. Whisper me the Florida man address for Bulla. Oh, okay. All right. Take. Oh. Go back. Oh. Okay. Is the bot on now, guys? Yep, Yo Dog bot's on. 40K Sue in the house. She says it should be. It's on. Meticulous Cast, this obesity cradle sucks. It's not good. Get this back pillow. This is the back obesity cradle pillow. Ugh. All right. That's usable. Okay, so I don't know how many more Texas streams we're going to have. Said the news is that Stitch is coming out Thursday. If Wyatt's home Thursday night, I'm fucking out of here Friday. Like I'm booking a one-way ticket back home. So I don't know if I'll stream again from here. But exclamation point collab, exclamation point custom tee. Every Tuesday since I've been here, we've been doing this promotion. Top D tonight gets the top tee prize, custom shit. Smiley real promo. So here's what's up. We finished this asshole. Let's see if I can fix this. So this is done. This was our Texas project. Dr. Jameson, what's up? Now, the backup project is this Angron that Wyatt has had sitting on his desk for a year, taunting him during this whole healing process. And you see, he did a bunch of sub-assembly like a year ago, did a bunch of painting, and he's still in parts unpainted. And this is something that he wants to play his fucking World Eaters. So I figured like we were gonna just start blocking in details, because what he does is he likes to use the oil wash techniques and a little bit more like clean, almost scale miniature style paint jobs. And so he got all his airbrush in, and now it's just detail blocking. So I figured we'd do that for him. And I talked to him about it. He said, yeah, let's do that. And he said he's only ever used Monument Hobbies on this, so we can figure it out. We can color match from here. So when he gets out of the hospital, at the very least, Angron will be closer to completion, if not totally complete, based on circumstances. I think he did stream it, War Pigment. I think it was some shit he was streaming back before, like over a year ago. So what we need, so what I think, let's just start here on the body. I think we can get a lot of this a lot of these basic details done right here. Nails, things like that, face. So let's get this body set up. So you want with like a little blue nonsense right here. So it's probably like a black brown right here. Let's just get set up. I'm gonna get some mahogany. Gonna go with something a little bit warmer. A little black. Maybe a little ochre. Just some colors I like for this kind of process. Some white. Templar, my guy, 33 months. I feel like it's been longer. This isn't the content that that friends were made along the way. Yes. So let's start here. Let's get this nut curtain. So I've got some mahogany. Black. And we're going to use the number 4. And we're just going to raw dog this shit in there. These leather tassels. Now there's some chainmail underneath. Right here. And I'm also going to paint the chainmail at the same time as these straps. And I'm going to take some of this ochre, throw it in there. And I'm just going to jam some of that in down here at the bottom. Kind of stipple blend it in. See, well, it's still just a little wet. We're going to drag some of that up into it. Let that set up, no problem. Back here, you've got the nut curtain situation. And we're just going to go back to more brown black. And we're going to get in between his BAC. We're going to paint all of it with this combination of blacks and browns that we have laid out here. And don't forget, it's got like these little spikes. I've already painted an Angron, so I remember this. See right here? So I picked up more of the black and brown than the lighter color. And I'm just kind of jamming some of that in there as a base coat because we're going to brush some dark silver over that at some point. Okay. Now, he's got leather straps here, so I'm going to kind of get the brown ochre combination going here. And we're going to raw dog that using a stippling heart pull, very low moisture. And we're going to orient the model to see, like, so that we can do a quick little incision here and get this little strappy. Same thing right here. Shuey, what's up, man? Just got here. You painting Angron again? This is why it's Angron. This is a stalled out Angron project that Wyatt started over a year ago and then got sick, and it just sat there unfinished, taunting him for a year. And so we're going to just kind of color match what he's got. He told me he used all Monument Hobbies, and I'm going to just start blocking things in for him because he mostly uses like just clean airbrushing and details, and he likes to use the multi-black. It's kind of his tabletop formula. So I'm just going to kind of imagine that's what's going to happen and just start blocking in the details so that can just take place. And we're just touching these leather straps now with some combination of brown. Too easy. And here we got skulls, hooves, nails, just kind of looking around. Okay, so here, I think we're going to move on just briefly to let's get that blue sorted actually. So let's pull out some straight up blue. His skirt. I want to say it looks like Wyatt used dark blue on it. Should we? Yeah, no, he would. Wansley Wizard got clickbaited. That's what I do. Should we? I didn't build this motherfucker. I did an Angron already. I have a full tutorial on Patreon. Exclamation point access or exclamation point Angron. I have a full tutorial on how I did it. This is Wyatt's. So let's take the blue. I think it's dark blue, but I'm gonna just be lazy. I'm gonna take blue and black. And I'm pretty sure that'll be close enough to what's here that I can do a quick. I'm going to just do a little, I'm just going to give it a little bit of love. So I'm bringing some black back in while it's wet right here. And I'm just going to do like a ghetto wet blend. See where I'm letting it be a little darker in the recess. Then I'm going to carve the blue out right there. Using just straight up black and blue. A little bit in here. A little bit in here. Pick up more blue. Just want to put a little volume in that skirt. Here. Especially if he's going to use an oil wash. I want to just pump it. I just want to pump it up a little bit. Right here. Too easy. Now we've got these skulls and a chain. So I'm going to take the black and brown again. And we're going to paint the chain with the black-brown mix. I'm just going to kind of stipple it in there. Mostly from the heart pull position. There's a little chainmail right here poking through. And we're going to bring some silver in on top of that black-brown mix. Right here. Okay, just getting the bullshit knocked out. There's these skulls right here, so we're gonna just take some white into like this brownish gray mix that we're making here. going to paint with a pretty heavy, high opacity, low moisture coat. Some of this is not, some of these are skulls mixed in with some metal decorations. Let's take some of that black brown. You see this is metal. Metal down here. This thing's metal. So I'm just kind of carving. So like using a black brown to kind of base coat anything I'm going to paint silver is just a old habit of mine. Shout out to Ziggy. What's up, brother? Let's move back here. Let's get our kind of our gray mix going again. Skulls. See, it's like a warm gray. Right there. Let's go back, get a little bit more black and brown. Just kind of block them in. Too easy. It's got these pipes. Let's take the black and the blue. Maybe a touch of white. We're going to make up like a blue-gray. We're just going to coat those. Raw dogging, high opacity, low moisture. It's a lot of stippling here. Rotate back around. And we're just kind of doing the more laborious stuff right now. Straight up 101 technique. Let's move on. Let's get these little leg mohawks with a little magenta. Paro Pierce. What's up, man? He says Heresy colors, best colors. That's how I did mine too. Exclamation point Angron. So let's take some of this magenta, pour it into this. And what we're going to do is just kind of wet dry brush right here. You see that? It's kind of like a, we're just kind of doing like almost like a tracer, kind of across the tops of all the leg hairs. Just give it a little bit of definition. Letting stuff dry, letting stuff dry. We gotta work the head and we gotta work this whole back panel. And the nails. So I'm thinking same thing for the nails. Let's switch the nails to this new gray we made. He has them based up in black right now. And we added blue and magenta to black. So we're taking them one step above black right now. More magenta. Come on, this thing's like loves to spin on here now. Let's see if I can push it in there harder. All right. Good. Now you see he's got no definition on the hooves. So I'm going to take some of the black, make a respectful, like kind of off gray here. And I'm just going to gently brush onto the kind of the tops of these angles. And bring a respectful amount of highlight in onto the black hooves. Just a little bit in there. And I like just a little bit more of a razor edge right here on those nails. We're using the tracer to put like a nice edge. Fuck, where's that glue? This guy needs to stop spinning on this base. Put a little super glue down. Take a little accelerator. It's getting really hard to paint that guy. We need to secure him better. Okay, let's move back a little bit toward black. Gotta fix that mistake right there because my fingers kind of jacked it up. Okay, just putting a little love down there. All right. Let's take small dry brush. Let's take some white, some of this. Those are the same colors that's already on there for the leather. We're just going to take some of that moisture off this little dry brush. We're just going to put a little bit right there on that worn leather. Not too crazy. More white. Martin, not going to lie, I'm out of content because the brow to bead a wee sweet. Cause the bread to sweat, the brow to sweat. We're going to take a little of this white on there and just brush over these skulls slightly. Over that like kind of warm gray. take some of that magenta. Send some of these leg hairs. All right, not bad. John Patrick, ever closer to the glory of having subbed 69 months. Fuck yeah. Now, this back plate, kind of a whole thing. So Wyatt hasn't painted it yet, and probably I don't know why yet. I mean, it connects to the chest, so it is the chest. Come on, Choda. How's it going, brother? Have any ideas on your project? I have an Airmon to paint when I get home. So when Wyatt sprayed this white here, a little overspray got on the muscles, but it doesn't matter because the chest piece goes over it. But I'm not sure what he used. Probably rich gold and bronze. Let me see if I can find monument bronze. Right here. So this is probably what he used. So I'm going to use this big dry brush. I'm just going to raw dog this bronze right over it. And then like the crown sits up here too. So this thing obscures much of this as well. But using a soft round dry brush when you're doing this kind of blocking in is really handy. You see that? How fast that goes down? Manchota, how you been, man? Missed you. Long time no see. Painting on those blood angels, right? Let's take a. I'm using the number 4 to make sure we get the bronze a little closer to the skin there. Another panel right here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the chest covers here. And here. And then that crown covers like all the way to here on the top. But I'm going to bring the bronze kind of right up to it. This thing's still spinning. Come on, man. Let's get some silver out. I've been using metallics since I've been here. Straight up silver. Is there a dark silver? Dark silver. All right, so we got dark silver. So you see, we're just going to kind of slop the dark silver on. Over these doodads right here. He's got that chainmail. We're just going to touch it. See, this is why I based it with black and brown first. Because you barely have to actually touch it. See, we based these chains, same black brown right here. And we're just going to kind of sloppily drag the brush over that black brown base, like a ghetto wet dry brush. And some of the metal is on the top of the skull, kind of holding it in place. There you go. This side. Same thing, just drag that dark silver over your black brown chain work. And you don't even have to go for coverage with the metallic now. Just kind of touching things. And you see how we made the black-brown play off of even the color of the skulls? But just being clever with how we based it up real quick. There's some speed painting hack shit right here. Boom, now look at that. Details getting locked in. David Vegas says throw some baking soda on the base and glue acts like cement. I need some. There's a whole fucking thing right now, David. Let's send some of the dark silver back here. Chainmail. And these little chain deals, these little spikes. And we're just kind of slopping it on. No rhyme, no reason. Moving on with our life. Now let's move up here. Now, he's got all the corn dreads. So what we want to do is carefully install the dark silver up to his scalp. Using the heart pull and stippling. Right here. These dreads, they go, I think, mostly under the crown. Probably have to do a dry fit to double check because I can't remember. He's got all the other rubber hoses too. This thing right here. So like that. Yeah, this is the front. Does that seem accurate to anybody having pulling up a picture of Angron for me? Yaz Goldthracker, what's up, man? Nick Fury, this is correct. Okay, thank you. So we've got these other hoses. So let's get a little green. Actually, I like this jade. Got some jade out. Black jade. We're going raw dog. Passing low moisture. Some stipples. Some heart pulls. Get those hoses locked in. Stipple up against his scalp. back this way. Look for that heart pull up against his dome right here. Pull back. He's got some down on his throat. Thanks, Nick Fury. Got his center hose down to like the part of his metal dreads. Now, let me switch it up. So I'm gonna downgrade brush size Wolf Sark as we're painting off Wyatt's Angron project that's been stalled out for over a year. Trying to breathe some life into this project for him. Let's grab some bright silver. And we're gonna just, because the face matters the most, let's take a little bright silver with some dark silver. Using our 18-0, we're going to just heart pull away from the scalp with the brighter mix. See that? Gonna put just a little bit of definition in there. And we know from our dry fit experimentation, but all you can see right here. Played against Necrons yesterday. Wolfsark killed him and I was happy. And he got back up and I was sad. So here's our black jade mix. Let's add a touch of white to make it more of a jade gray. We're going to take this and just run a simple highlight down the center of these pipes. So far we got this nut curtain, side panels, a little bit of extra bluing in the nut curtain. We got some base coats on the back here, and we've established some highlight action on his face. Let's grab a little bit more white, a little bit more jade. We're gonna add just a little bit more interesting highlighting from the core, kind of face side. Monchota. Oh man, Monchota just donated a C note. Yeah, that's the special button. Can I get some strong man loving chat for Monchota, the true gangster? Exclamation point hype. Exclamation point hyphy. Oh, I missed your comment. I asked you about your Blend Angels and I never checked back. He said, missed you all, been working a ton, travel a lot in the last 8 months. Now I'm back in stationary, back in the Beats Lab. Blend Angels are still a go, but I stopped halfway through getting the hands on things again. Sorry, I forgot. I asked you a question and then I got distracted by Angron. I'm glad you're back, man. Monchota, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the a combination of the bright and dark silver. What we want to do is stipple into these holes. Classic chaos bullshit right here. Okay. Sorry, I'm way off camera. And we're trying to just acknowledge the tears in the piping, in the rubber, exposing something that's not rubber. Okay. Forbidden chaos technique, that's right. And you're gonna fuck it up a little bit. No problem. Monchota, man, what's up? Did you say something again and did I miss it again? Now what you want to do is, I want to fix my mistakes, Monchota. By going back to the bright jade combo, or the black jade with some white in it. I'm going to use this to kind of erase my mistakes and slightly under highlight any of these gaps where appropriate. Could never keep up with the chat like this. No, I'm pumped to paint again for my own mental health, Monchota. Where were you traveling, if you don't mind me asking? Just for work? Japan, some shit? Well, sorry. New Jakarta detachment is very good into world leaders. I made a big mistake though, since I didn't fully understand how to charge fight phase works 10th. I haven't checked it out. What's it all about? I'm gonna take a little bit of just the first army painter wash I see over here. Moldy wash. I don't know, it's like a dark green probably. Wolf of War, he asked me about my title. It's just clickbait. I've been in Texas, and I'm just sending some of this random bullshit wash into these holes. And it's like actually a black green, and it looks pretty good. And been in Texas for 3 weeks now, helping out with my friend who's in the hospital. So I've been painting from a different Beats lab, and I brought a project with me, which I'll show you if you haven't been here since I started, and I finished my Texas project already. So now what I'm working on is this Angron for my friend who's in the hospital. He started on this project a year ago, and then when he got sick, he couldn't finish it, and it's just been sitting there taunting him. So I asked him if he didn't mind me jumping in and just kind of knocking some details out for him, so that he can, so maybe he can just put it back together when he's done. Wolfsark charged the Venom with Angron and a unit of 8-bound. Venom died. Yukibai got out, but it was till he was able to pile in with the 8-bound and fight them in the same phase. Oh, you let him get the 8-bound in there. What is going on here? And right now we're just using some kind of black green wash from Army Painter. Sending it into the little holes that reveal the silver inside the pipe. Take it. Machota, all the East Coast and Fort Worth, Tex, hearing specialist, travel doing training, was a deal for a promotion. Lets me stay home now. Fuck yeah. Tofuti, what's up, man? Chilling. Wolf of War says, you don't have to bait us. We're here for it. I always bait. One could say I'm a masturbator. Well, sir. Yes. You can fight things now that you didn't declare charges against. You find yourself in engagement range, get into fight phase. All right. Now let's get into this tongue. So do you want to do tongue then teeth? So I'm gonna just take the magenta. And heart pull deep into his mouth, pulling back on his tongue. Grab a little white before it dries. There's a hair on my brush. Not good. Okay, take that. Wolf of Warrior Cunning Linguist. Hell yeah, you are. Let's get black, white. So we're trying to make a gray. We got a little of this yellow ochre. So now what we're going to do is paint the teeth, heart pulls. We're just going to cover them with basically a gray that we yellowed up. Okay. Always be rotating. We're looking for a heart pull right here. Rotate. Grab a little bit more of the magenta. And kind of from the side right here. I see I didn't get the tongue. Same thing on this side. Rinse it down. Wolf of War. Yeah, it's a good joke, man. We're going to take pure white. And we're going to carefully run back into the teeth. We're just going to do a quick little line highlight along the teeth using high opacity, low moisture, mostly tracer technique, and a little heart pull. And we're subtracting from that yellow gray that we made, so we're leaving some of it intact. We're bringing a little bit more definition into the teeth. Take a little bit of the white and a touch of magenta. And we're going to do a careful heart pull. Here. Rotate. Here. Get that tongue popping. Well, sorry, excited for Dark Angel or pre-orders. Might pick some up. Those Inner Circle champions and Azrael. Yeah, I love those motherfuckers. Let's rotate back. Let's take some white. And I'm going to just try to dot the eye. With pure white. Okay. Let's run back to bright silver. On my big brush, what we're going to do is gently run a little bit of bright silver highlight over this chain work. Kind of keep it nice and beat up.
When you're by my side, I love it. Nothing in this world can hurt.
That.
When you're by my side, I love it.
Same thing down here.
We can leave the world behind us.
We're going to maybe add a little dark silver to the mix.
Everything about the world so much better. When I hold you in my arms, I wanna be here.
Now, hold on.
And every night, so much better, so much better.
We're going to just run a bit of a brighter silver highlight down these dick spikes.
Tell me when your heart is lonely. We could run away together. 'Cause when you're by my side, I love it. We can leave the world behind us.
All right. Rinse it down. Let's not forget these lay hoses. What we did was we added black and jade together. Little white. So we want to just run a quick kind of rubber highlight right there. We grab a little bit more black. Kind of darken it up slightly. It's a little aggressive. Okay, lay hoses done. Rinse it down. Let that dry for a second. Go back to the small brush. Let's go back to the leather straps on the feet. So we used initially this black-brown combo. We're adding more ochre and a touch of white. So what we want is to just kind of add some definition here. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. See that? And we're just kind of hitting these edges to kind of volumize it. And I'm trying not to get too crazy because Wyatt doesn't go nearly as preposterous as I do with his highlight game. He stays a little bit more grounded than I do. So now you can see nice leather strap volume action. Might go just slightly brighter right here. But that's probably enough. Press it down. Let's go with our silver combination. We want to get inside these hoses and where the brakes are. We're going to stipple in. Right there. This side. Right. That's pretty much, we're almost done with just locking it in. Let's grab a little bit more of our jade combination, our gray. And touch up any mistakes we might have made. All right. You guys ready for a whip session? So, my man was, yeah, so we got this whole section, these side panels, blue skirt, back metal, face dreads, and teeth and mouth. Leather straps, and all miscellaneous hoses. Locked in. Okay, and you see Wyatt already did everything, War Pigment. Thank you so much. He already did all this like armor sub-assembly. And we got the arms and the wings and stuff too. So right now I'm focusing on the torso. That, you know, and I'm only going to take it to like, you know, base coats with highlights, right? Is where I'm taking it. Because I think Wyatt likes to do an oil wash for me. So we would do everything, then wash it, is I think how we would do it. And I don't know if I can finish it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be here long enough to finish this model. So I'm not going to start. I'm going to start setting it up like someone else could wash it. It's kind of how we're approaching it. And you see right here where Pigment, he's got these still. So I feel like, you know, if I get to these, you know, we'll get the swords locked in, all this nonsense detail. But anybody just tuning in for the first time, you know, it's a big difference, right? Like my style is a little bit more preposterous, right? So this is our Texas project, right? So you see colors are off the hook. Saturation is out of control. Nothing about this is realistic or grounded. So usually I'm going a little bit more crazy. A little bit out of control sometimes. So this was our big Texas project. The full tutorial suite is on Patreon right now, so !access. I've got the full edited volume up on the platform right now. Shout out to War Pigment Manchota. Thank you guys for supporting me today on this Top T Tuesday. So let's do a whip session. Let's whip it out while we're doing Angron labor. Because that's it. That's what we're doing. We're doing labor. Well, Sark says, when you're traveling like this, what about the airbrush? I'm just using Wyatt's airbrush. But I could bring it if I needed to. I mean, and I'm never traveling. So this is not a thing I do. So this has never come. This has never come up. All right, popping open Discord. Oh, sorry, Wolf of War. Thought it. I may have said Wolf Sark by accident. Wolf of War asked that question about the airbrush. This is not a thing that ever happens. So, I would just bring my airbrush normally. It's a little jank. Wolf of War says, "Do you find that you can pick up any brush?" Yeah, within reason. I mean, like, if it's just a basic, if it's a gravity-fed airbrush, yeah, like I could use any airbrush. They all have the same moving parts, same working mechanisms. All right, exclamation point whip. We're queuing up for a little whip sesh. My man, Sir Crow. Oh, you posted this in the lessons chat, Sir Crow. On Facebook. I have a lessons chat for all my students. There's like well over 200 people in that chat. Exclamation point class if you're curious about my lesson plan. Sign up on Patreon. I've graduated over 300 people. One-on-one. My man was posting this earlier. Yeah, shit is banging, dude. Yeah, Wyatt. Yeah, Huff. Wyatt has a badge of chrome, which he loves, but you know it's inferior to what I use. But it's all right. Like I can make it work. It was all right. Like I mean, I used the badge of chrome when they were new. I remember when they came out, and I wanted Eclipse, and I remember using the chrome and being like, "This thing sucks compared to the Eclipse." Like 10 years ago. Opinion has not changed, but I can use it. Wolf of War says to some extent, but like some are unreliable as far as assisted air pressure. I mean, I can make it work. I can make the jankiest airbrush work. I mean, and any of my students could too. You've washed the skulls and pushed some of the reds a bit more since I last looked at this, Sir Crow. See anything? Let me look. Get close up here. I'm with it. Great job on this heat. I like the muscle striations. A nice weathered bronze. Look like you really did a good job of like using a simple paint job and making it out of control. Because this is a simplistic approach, right? You used the geography of the model to your advantage, and then you used a little bit of your effect arsenal to kind of hide the cracks, like the kind of like the lack of separation in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? So like this is to me perfect textbook efficiency. Like I wouldn't change anything. I mean, you definitely get what you pay for. Wolf of War, like, there's definitely like a threshold. Like, don't spend less than $100. Don't use the airbrush smaller than 0.3 or bigger than 3.5. If you spend $100 on an airbrush with no specifications, it will be serviceable at all times. And I had some preferences, for sure, some personal preferences. Beyond that. Recoil's mom gets it. She's keeping it hypey in chat. Nah, killer work, Sir Crow. Let's move up to Kramus. Kramus on the Orc project. Yeah, boy! Let's go. That's a good, sustainable Orc paint job right there. And you've got a million of these, right? You got a million of these. Send me another picture of like how much of this you actually have to paint. Send me a picture, Kramus. Sir Crow says the Krios 289 is pretty solid. Yeah, that's the one I like right now. It's literally like $100, 0.3 with a throttle. That airbrush fucks for its price. It's crazy. Nick Dalton says, big fan of my Harder Steinbeck 0.4. They make quality parts. It's the thing. It's like that's all like high degree of tolerance and engineering. Like all the entire Harder Steinbeck like range, like objectively superior manufacturing. But a lot of times, what that translates to is, in my opinion, as a commercial artist, is over-engineered. I don't really like them. I think they're over-engineered and too finicky. Like an airbrush is a work tool for, especially for what we do, and you need to be able to be hard on. And a standard unibody, standard machine $100 airbrush, is the solution in my opinion to 99% of problems. But I'd say the 0.4 is too big. Honestly, it falls out of my category, Nick. It's a little like you can't do surgery with that like as easily. So like 3.5 is the biggest I recommend. But I think every Harder Steinbeck has varying tip sizes, right? Like you have like a, but I think their issue is like it's a 0.4 or a 0.2, right? It's like super big or super small. Let me skip back to Kramus. Here we go. Kramus. This is what Kramus is working on, guys. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at all these bikes. All this nonsense. All this nonsense. So he's really fucking got a sustainable workflow here that I can appreciate. Exactly, Nick. Yeah, swappable 0.2. Both of those are outside of my specifications in my syllabus, Nick. 0.2 is too small, 0.4 is too big. Like my syllabus for my courses that I teach. It's about like anyone can airbrush like I do. Follow these rules and use this equipment. You'll be fine. And you can do almost anything with any airbrush, like I said, at a certain quality level. And the H&S, no fucking exception. I just feel like you're getting such diminishing returns, like per dollar. for that product. Scott Fraser. Oh yeah, this is tight, Scott. This is tight. Monchota says the Krios is amazing. Yeah, these are, and also Dalton and Wolf. Like a lot of people who are chatting right now and chiming in are my students, and they keep saying the Krios 289 is amazing. Takes you from a guy in that meme to before I met Kenny, I bought all the expensive ones, but now I only use the Krios. Like sometimes it's about having the best, most expensive piece of equipment. Sometimes it's not, and my gear list goes over. And a lot of my students have come to me with H&S's, Badgers, and everything under the sun, Eclipses. And the only people who don't just instantly switch off to the Krios are the people with the Eclipses. Which Awada owns H&S. Interesting. Wolf of War, why not smaller than 0.3? Never heard that before. I use 0.18. Because in miniatures, we're using acrylic paint. We're not using graphic inks. Like, that's what an airbrush was designed for. It shoots graphic inks. We use acrylic paint. And acrylic paint is a polymer that uses water and is fucking air dries. So it uses evaporation to cure. Those paints were invented in the 40s. Airbrushes were invented in the 1800s. So air vortex dries your fucking polymers. So airbrushes are prone to clogging with acrylic paint. And they will always clog. They will always act up a little bit. You're always going to have some issues that you're always going to have to fight. Just the nature of the beast. So a lot of people think going with a really, really, really small needle makes you more and more accurate. And which is true to like a threshold. And that threshold that I have made a declarative statement about here on this podcast, or this TED Talk now. My declarative statement of not smaller than 0.3 is based on 13 years of painting miniatures with an airbrush for a job. Anything smaller than 0.3 doesn't have any impact on my ability to be accurate. The only impact it has on is it closes the aperture so tight that it clogs more often, is the explanation why. No, I get no added benefit to being smaller than 3, just more clogs. To break it down. Kramus, you killing it with your thick 6,000 points of orcs. Where's Scott Fraser? Because there he is. Cheers, I finished my orc. My orc is finished. Yo, this shit is tight. I love the sketchy style. Dark stuff dark, bright stuff bright. Look, I like the little the armor striations. This is a sick paint job, man. Wolf of War says Eclipse. Here's my bigger stuff. And an HB B plus for detail work. I just use one airbrush for everything. 0.3 Krios. Rizel says they had an Eclipse and switched to the Krios. The throttle knob is just too good. Yeah, like it's the inline mag valve is so good. Wolf of War. I paid $450 for a Micron on eBay. Robbed me. Fair. Karen Clover says I went from the H&S Evolution to the Infinity, and for what I was doing, it was super duper. Not worth the extra money. Machota says I have the Infinity and I hate it. Yeah, dude, the trigger is so stiff on that thing too. So fucking stiff. The Huff, oh yeah, the OG Eclipse is the workhorse. No airbrush is more durable and more fucking burnt. Like, and also good. Like, that's, like, I agree. Like, the Eclipse is so gangster. John Zenman over on Facebook. Yeah, this is sick, right? Thanks for the share right here, Scott Fraser. We got Monchota, my first practice project. So you're back in the Beats Lab, Monchota. Let's see what you're working on, homie. My man likes it raw. Recoil dropping to 51 spot. on the chat. He says, "Rats live on, no evil star." That is I don't know what the fuck that means. Rats live on no evil star. Is that some shit that I should know? Yo, how does it feel pulling out the old airbrush to do some of these tiny little guys, Manchota?
And every other minute gets lost in a year. Every half an hour, someone's pointing at me. And once in a while, I feel the shadow of the guilt I'm passing by. I feel the shadow of my sins. I've reached the point where I can't stop the pain that I have caused. I'm a victim.
Wolf of War says, so you are not saying don't get an airbrush smaller than 0.3. You're just saying it shouldn't be your first main airbrush. I mean, sure. I mean, like, I feel like it's a waste of money. I'm not good enough as an airbrush artist to get any discernible fucking advantage to anything smaller than 0.3 when painting miniatures. I get more disadvantages than advantages at my level. So I feel like it's just over-engineered and not for our market. Like, remember, airbrushes are for graphic inks and 2D illustration. Like, I went to trade school for commercial art. Like, we used badgers, actually. Like, we had IMAX and airbrushes. It's like, it's not what they're for. So you start fucking with the acrylic paint, the polymer. Like, it just gives you more headaches. But like a 0.18 with graphic ink doing a fucking 2D fucking piece of art is a completely different story. We do miniatures. Manchota says, I like Imperialis because I pretty much have an army airbrush already. Yeah, this is awesome. Doing some ultra homies. You said you fucked up a little bit getting back into it after your big break. It looks like you're killing it, brother. Keep up the good work. War Pigment. No painting, just hobby progress. Let's see this crazy ass fucking nonsense. Your orc mega tank. Sorry, your orcnids. With his orc armor plates. I love it. I love that. John Zenman on Facebook says, what's your mainstream on not Facebook? Twitch. Twitch is where the action is. Twitch next _level _painting. I think it might, it might post my links on Facebook in the details, maybe? I don't know. See, can I reply to you? Let's see. It looks like this on Twitch. Oh, you're doing Night Lords. Macho, a little bright. We'll see how it works out. That makes sense, actually. Some of it looked dark. That's right. Recoil says, no one got my double palindrome. Rats live on no evil star. I asked you what it was. Oh, it's a palindrome. Rats live on no evil star. And you donated 5115. You are such a fucking legend. Good job, War Pigment. We got Dredge for Life, Space Wolves. Let's see. Dredge for Life. These Space Wolves are so beautiful. Yo, my man, Safety Guy up on Twitch. What's up, brother? That's Pointless. Thanks for the follow. Go boy, it's your son's birthday. Wait. Your son's birthday is 010220. Oh, so your dad's birthday's a palindrome? Or whatever. Fuck that is. Oh, look at this macho man looking motherfucker. Love it. Dredge, you fucking legend. We got Karen Clover up next. Whip on his Imperial Knights. Armor plates originally came attached, but dealing with that is bullshit, so I got these mofos in the refrigerator and ripped them apart. Snap them bitches off. So they were just super glued? You were lucky. I remember we had a whole conversation about this. Fuck yeah, dude. Look at this man. Look at this maniac. I like to see some drama on this red though. This red's just straight up red. Go boy, it wasn't supposed to be. He was born 2 months premature. Oh my god. He was like committed to the comedy of his birthday. Oh, that's right. Scott Fraser posted up his orc. Let's see here. You mentioned this earlier. Fuck yeah, dude. Safety guy, do I play games or just paint? I play games. I was just at LVO. I was stuck in Texas though for 3 weeks at Wyatt's house. But I just played the LVO championships. Gameplay first. Fuck painting. Painting sucks. I like painting. I like playing. Go boy. Yikes, man. How old's your son? Well, I guess I can tell by his birthday. He's 13, I guess. 14. I can do math, I think. Crazy. Let's see what you got here. Doing the pink to yellow? What am I looking at? Clean, clean, clean. Look at that. What? Or Pegament, am I looking forward to going home? Yeah. It's tough to not be in your environment. Like, you know, my Beats Lab with my setup. Also, like, I'm getting anxiety because I'm so behind on my job. Like, you know, here, like, I haven't shipped anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, can't, like, but, you know, not that you guys aren't understanding. It's just, it's anxiety. I have a lot of bookkeeping stuff I got to do. I got taxes coming up. I got all these things I got to be doing that just stacking up. So, low level anxiety in the background, nothing crazy. So I just can't wait to get back to like start that stuff. And then we have a lot of preparation to do for Adepticon. So getting excited for that too. Crazy. That's your Shadow Sun and Aggressors a couple weeks back. Ah, yes. Goldboy says he 14. Went to a swim meet. He did pretty good. You'll never believe he was 2 pounds 9 ounces. He's like an anvil, tough as nails. Is he like super big and jacked? Crazy. Any recommendations on how to paint the cloaks? What? We did a glazing class. Do you mean like what color? Or how to do it? I mean, it's a nice dark color. I don't really like putting bright colors down at the bottom, but a white cloak would look classy. Go boy, he says, ha, no, he's fucking tiny like me, just tough. That's awesome, man. Corvidai, saw this in North Dakota and thought of you, bro. I would have fucking bought this from the gas station, or I would have just taken it home. I want that so bad. Wait, is there a price on this? The whole thing. I'm buying the whole thing. Bro, I want that so bad. Corvidai, so awesome. Meticulous Chaos. I've been out of the loop for a while. The Synthwave Chaos Army you still working on? Yeah, I'm still working on them. I need to get the Lord of Skulls done because I do those on my webinar. Lord of Skulls is my next big project, and I've been working on it in the background, just on the Patreon webinars. And that's another thing I want to get back to the Beats Lab and finish up. Crazy. I'd say white works pretty good, man. Yeah, Adepticon in a month. Gotta get back, get my shit going. To the flight of Chicago. What is next when I get home, War Pigment? Aramon. Good web session, guys. You guys fucking killing it as always. Noah Drunk. eBay on YouTube says eBay has one of those Macho Man displays, $117. Oh, that's a deal. That's so cheap. I'd pay at least 100 times that much. Oh yeah. All right. I need to hit the bathroom real quick. BRB. Give me 1 second. Guilty says, please wash hands. We're good. I'll wash them. Corvette, you've seen 2 of those Macho Man displays, North Dakota and Knoxville. Fuck, I want one. Corvette, what's up, brother? 37 months. All right, guys. Today is, we're still in Texas. We got the news today. White's looking pretty much fully healed. Stitches probably come out, or we were hoping today, but they're saying the surgeon shows up on Thursday to take him out. So that's what we're operating under. That he'll be potentially healed and no stitches Thursday. And based on his comfort level, that will determine if I come home like that night or the following day. But it's been 3 weeks and 1 day. So, God. Wolf of War, I'm a painter. Any advice for someone trying to break into the scene? Like the commission painting scene? Twitch streaming scene? Oh, Kilty, thank you for the bits. I missed that. Thanks, brother. And we don't have a lot of big promos since we've been out in Texas, but it is a Top T Tuesday. You guys know how it is. So whoever the top D is today, Exclamation point collab. Oh, I'm banging out a text. Recoil. There are two different types of Macho Man displays. The one you saw, and there's one in the purple cowboy costume. Which one's more baller? Which one's more rare? Okay, so we're slapped on all this bullshit. Let's get the lights on here. So we slapped on a bunch of details. Got some face action. We locked this in. So I'm going to do a couple details back here. So let's get these little hoses actually pulled out of here. So let's grab some black and jade. The purple one is cheaper. Noah. Crazy says I was thinking of making a list of 30 Death Company. That'd be so sick. The non-purple looks more baller. Okay. That's the one I want. So we're gonna paint these little hoses. They are not gold or bronze or whatever the fuck. Metallic light brown. These are the kind of details that get lost in the mix. So we're just raw dogging some black and jade mixed together, using our 18-0 synthetic, using a high opacity, low moisture, heart pull stipple combination, and we're painting those little hoses, those little rubber hoses back here. And I want to say, is that one too? How much of this is covered? Hold on. So this, using the heart pull, rotate, rotate. Paint that doodad. So I need that Macho Man statue. Not yet. When I move out of my parents' house. Get those little doodads. Now I'm pretty sure this is the same kind of situation right here. Little jade and black. Get that thing locked in. Safety guy says if you use the magnified headset, you won't have to lurch into your work as much. Would save your neck, shoulder pain. We'll have to lurch? Damn. Maybe I need to get that. I'm getting kind of old. I'm basically dead. Now here's the only thing that I'm not totally sold on yet is the feet. So we were using a little black and magenta, kind of a gray combination. So I'd like to just kind of put some under highlights on some of the nicks and the hooves. Like right here on this side. Let's get a little bit more magenta. I like a little magenta on these nails right here. Using the tracer. All right. Let's take, and so like, yeah, trying to remember that there's going to be like an oil wash on this. So I don't want to get too crazy. But maybe a little bit on the face. Maybe we can use a little. Nah. I got to see how it looks with the wash first. So we're going to put this down. Trying to emulate somebody else's style. Wolf of War, break into the Warhammer streaming community. I mean, painting commissions would give me plenty of content. Suggestions? Well, it's hard if you don't already have some kind of presence. Like a lot of people start streaming and then they fall off the map. Because the reality is no one knows you're here. So you have to like kind of tell them you're here. So the best way to tell someone you're here is by having like an Instagram account with, you know, or Facebook or YouTube with a bunch of exposure that you can go live over here, you know. But if you just start going live one day, it's crickets, man. Nobody knows you're here. Nobody knows that you're streaming. Because even the people who've been following me for years don't even get notifications when I'm live. Safety guy, what about using paint markers for details? Yeah, though you can, but it's ultimately janky. All right. Where are we gonna go next? Okay, these are important. So we got the shoulders. Now, okay, I think, Wyatt already went through and did all this patina. So he's going to like box art style. Okay, that's how it is in the box art. He didn't do it on this one yet, though. And this is the top. So the top connects to this, like, is part of this. See? I would have put white on this. But at least I can do a bunch of details on this. Oh, let me see something. Logging into my OneDrive. Fuck. Just deleted my music. What's up? All right. I'm pulling up my Angron. So this is the one we painted here. Okay. So I have a tutorial, exclamation point Angron, on Patreon about this. Full suite. Recoil's mom. Let me get some love in the chat. Recoil's mom. She's got it going on. So, Recoil's mom, you see, like, we used real metallic. But you see, we made sure there was separation in all the armor panels, and we kept that metal shiny as fuck. And we also did the white color scheme. But we also leaned heavily on the white and put it everywhere we could. And created and used the blue as often as we could as well. You see? So I made the white thing on top. You see the thing I'm looking at? Me and Wyatt both went with, both thought of pre-heresy colors. So you see that thing on the top, I made it white and blue as well. I did all the trim blue. I went wacky as fuck, you see? So Wyatt's going a little bit more traditional while bringing in the 30K vibe, you see? And so this is the white right here, right? So the top piece, he left bronze, and he hasn't even patinaed it yet. So I don't know what his intent here was. I would have painted this shit white at least like this. With the airbrush, there's no way I'm going to fucking paint it white by hand, though, and like slide my brush under this thing. That's not happening. So it's not going to be white. Wolf of War says you're a fucking god with an airbrush. I swear Sergio copies your technique. Which one, Sergio? I've seen a lot of badasses online. Thing is, I'm not even that good at painting. That's the reality. Like I'm like, this is all, proceduralized commercial art. Like that's my technique. So let's at least get these details figured out. And I did pop this thing out. Can I put it back in without having to glue it? No, we have to glue it. Little accelerator. Wolf of War says you go colors. All that stuff's learnable, though. Man, what the hell, glue? I feel like this glue isn't bonding with the accelerator. This like wacky glue that we're using. All right, I think we got it. Safety guy, I meant that as less stress than being old. Yeah, man. My whole thing is like no stress. Meticulous Cats, I meant to ask you, are there any artists on YouTube, Twitch space you enjoy looking at their work? I mean, I look at stuff on Instagram, just in my feed all the time. But a lot of times I don't pay attention to like who's doing what. Pretty caught up in my own like little corner of the internet with my community. So I don't really, I'm too busy making content, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day I watched By Painted and Les Bruce Lee all the time. Those are my two guys. But that was like my inspiration back in the day. All right, so we need to get the skulls on this. So again, what are the simplest things to do? Grab some of this brown, grab some of this black. We'll add some white, which will make it desaturated. Maybe a touch of the yellow ochre. So we're making this kind of like warm gray. And we're just going to blast these skulls. High opacity, low moisture. We're using a lot of stipple heart pull strategy. We're rotating. Always be rotating. And we're raw dogging it right off the palette. Damn it, is this thing breaking off again? Come on, man. Block them in. Recoil says, as you say, art is judged by the viewer. So we get to judge if you're a good artist or not. And by the way that people act here, the amount of armies you have painted for people, we judge that you are a good artist. Thanks, man. I'm definitely a baller. Like, I'm a prolific commercial artist, no doubt. It's my job. I mean, like, there's a lot of people who are objectively, like, just way more gangster at painting than I am. But very few people are as gangster at producing commercial art as me in this hobby space. Or proceduralizing and producing. And you're right, like, art is about validation. We make it so somebody else can tell us how good it is. It's like that's the whole game. Somebody has to observe your art. That's not you. Like a person who's not you. This is pissing me off. So it got all those things locked in. So getting that first coat down is kind of crucial because it's about coverage, right? We're subtracting through addition. We're adding a new color and subtracting from the gold coverage that's there. And then that way the next pass is where we kind of highlight the skulls isn't really about coverage anymore. So that's why you want to get that kind of base coat down first. Machota says, if I wanted to mess with decals, would I active wash over that? Some people do. You get your microsol, microset. Some people wash right over. But usually you do it at the end. Press that down. Safety guy says, looks like a free art class. I should be paying money as soon as I get my taxes. Yeah, that's what I do here, man. Like on Twitch, it's like free to play, bro. Like, shit's free. Some people donate, some people support me. I've got incentives for that. We've got reward programs, things like that. But this is the free to play model. You got to be here to see it for free. Otherwise, you got to be a sub to see the VOD, or you got to be on Patreon if you want to see like the condensed edited shit, or you got to pay me to teach you one-on-one. It's like, that's the model, right? So that's not like I used to commission paint for a living, but for 7 years I've been doing education. Thanks, safety guy. So we've also got, God, we're in danger of like this thing not looking good though. We can't just let it all be brass. Unless does GW let it all be brass? Let's take a little bit more white. We're just going to kind of sloppily paint across these skulls. Kind of like a wet dry brush. Going against the grain. We're just using heart pulls. Super easy. Safety guys just dropping bits all over my stream. What's up, man? Don't spend all your bits in one place. Get some love. And we just kind of added a little white to the same mix to kind of respect the formula, which is a big part of my classes and my lessons. All my students know about that shit. Go Boy says, that's a fact. I 100% needed the validation you gave me after lesson 1. Artist validation, man. We had a whole pontification session on that. Let's get the backs. And these are, the backs are kind of around, so you kind of just are painting them. You say we're basically just raw dogging it. My brush is getting a little dry. Shout out to Recoil, just gave a sub to your boy Safety Guy. Says I'm excited. First time ever opened my wallet for some content on Twitch. Safety Guy, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Says he's never opened his wallet for Twitch. I appreciate you, man. Future reference, your money is better spent just straight donating and bypassing the bit system. I can't incentivize bits. It's against TOS. So I have other ways to incentivize support, but not bits. Can't do it. Exclamation point support for the future. You want to use Streamlabs, sign in with your Twitch account. There we go. I appreciate you, Safety Guy. Like that's cool, man. That's like validating to hear, man. Crazy says, I got my validation recently when I got asked to do a commission. You see what I'm talking about? Someone asked you, that's fucking awesome, brother. So now I'm going to downgrade to our 18-0 synthetic. I only really use 2 brushes, guys. I use the super small one and the super big one. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to raw dog the white. And we're just going to touch things. Kind of eyebrows, cheeks. Using just like the heart pull, you see? Just heart pull, light brush pressure. Three-piece. And these skulls are also going to catch a black oil wash when we're done. So you can be a little preposterous right now. By taking it to 11, your wash will bring it back down to 10. So you see I'm just doing these like kind of striations. And right here. The guy says, I got to a level painting where I can actually understand what you're putting down. Hell yeah, man. So now we've locked those silly skulls in. Now, again, this is Wyatt's project. So I'm trying to match his style. Now here's some of the stuff Wyatt does. Okay? So this is something I want him to give me this. Like I was like, yo, I want this. So this is his converted corn lord. He used the Juggernaut from MCP, and he converted up this, or converted like a walking corn demon prince. So that you see Wyatt's style, he uses his airbrush, he builds the drama. He does some highlights where he needs to, and he uses a lot of more meticulous oil wash strategies and light dry brushing techniques embedded in his good airbrushing habits. You see? And this is his look, right? That he cultivates. It's very fucking cool. I love it, right? Another example. He's got this 3D printed Con the Betrayer. Very nice. You see, same kind of technique. So that's where this Angron project we're working on falls, right? This is something he already did all this work on, and we're just trying to finish it out for him while he's in the hospital. You know, and I'm basically like his laborer. I'm doing all the bitch work right now. Like all the blocking in nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what, you know, that's the part that's not fun, right? So we just finished our project. And so this is more what I do, right? Like I get really saturated with my colors. I get really aggressive with my highlights. You know, I want way more highlight lines. I like, you know, I want to punch. You know what I'm saying? Like basically I want my shit to kind of glow in the dark. Like if I take all the lights away, right? I want you to still kind of be able to see it. You know? That's kind of like my litmus test. So this is, you know, this is personal style. So I don't teach style. What I teach is technique. So you can, all these techniques could be applied to any style. Like I feel as an educator that you should teach people precise techniques and then let them cultivate a style. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they talk about that enough in art school. So I want to paint the little world symbol in there. So let's go with I want to paint it like the actual planet logo. So I'm going to take a little green. So I think it's green landmass like this. And I'm just using high opacity, low moisture. I'm just stippling the green on to the land part that I think. Now let's grab some straight up blue. And put it in the water part. The cool thing is like green and blue are basically the same color. So we can kind of just blur them together a little bit. All right, let that dry, and then we'll do a little bit of detailing. But I'd like there to be like that properly presented World Eater logo somewhere. Because this back piece, since it never got sprayed white, I think we need like one thing on it that's not just brass, bronze, whatever. Fuck, pin down. Love minis. Oh, hold on, let's see. Safety guy said he posted something in Discord. Where'd you post it? You need to post it in Whip, unless you just randomly jammed it somewhere. I have no idea where you posted it. There's an actual Whip category. Maybe you put it in Showcase. Safety guy. Okay, you put it in Showcase. I see. There we go. Look at this. Jeff White, my man, says, Kenny, as a teacher and a professional educator, I deeply appreciate and respect for student self-determination. Your consistent communication of skills is memorable and accessible ways empower people. Thanks, man. Make me sound smart. All smart as shit. Aquila, you're in Texas, so dang old blood for the blood god. Yo. Let's take a look here. So let's say we got some GW Red Gore. Yikes. Spider Person looking good. So some good old speckly airbrushing and dry brushing. I like this green, but a little nervous on how you applied it. It looks kind of contrasty. Yeah, we're gonna stick with me, dog. We're gonna up your game, dog. You have a solid presentation, which is covering a lot of the crime. You know what I'm saying? But your models start to fall apart under scrutiny, which we want both. We want to be drawn in by the electricity of your color scheme, and then when we pick up the model, we want to be impressed. We want both. And you can have both. Safety guy, thank you, man. Bit City. It says it was one of my first AOS armies. Do you have improvement to report since you've done this? Like an update? I mean, it's fine. Like, also, like, get wrecked, get dream crushed. That's what we do. So, like, I like your color scheme. It's bright, draws in the eye. I like your display board. The spider's kind of okay. I can see where you airbrushed it up, it looks like, and then dry brushed it. It holds up. But you're used to Red Gore. I have a whole TED Talk on not using that we do here on occasion. But you did use a lot of techniques and hobby supplies to get a reasonable looking fighting force on the table with conversions. Like, so that's elite. That's an elite accomplishment. You know what I mean? Crazy says it ain't even Sunday. It ain't even Saturday. I might not be here Saturday, dude. I gotta fit it in today. I might be on an airplane on Saturday, dude. So I don't want to rob Safety Guy of Dream Crusher content. It's new here. All right, so this is better. So this is where he was in the beginning. This is much better. So a lot more control over his weathering technique here. So like he's using the blood here, right? No control. And here he's using like a patina, and there's a lot more control, a lot more precision, a lot more separation in the piece. So yeah, good job, man. Trajan, what's up, dog? Trajan in the house. Trajan, not Torjan. Just welcome to Texas. Oh, you know where I should go, guys? I should go to Buc-ee's. Thanks for the share, brother. This brush needs to get cleaned. Give me 1 second. It's a little fucked. Using a little of this old masters bullshit. Trajan says, I love that has stuck. Oh yeah, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget any of you guys. Yeah, we've been beating this brush up for 3 weeks. I'm just trying to gently massage out any, like this excess paint stuck in the ferrule. Which you see it dislodging. Safety Guy says those orcs were about 4 layers of metal, and then I put the green patina on them to make it look like Statue of Liberty. Like, yeah, you did. All right, let's see if we can get in this little planet. So we got this green. We're gonna just cut to the chase. Let's add some white, which will desaturate it, but it'll give us what we need immediately. So what we need is kind of poke in with a little stippling, a little top highlight on some of the landmass. You might have to just go for an overall highlight, just to create separation. Okay, so you see now we've got separation. Now cut in more green, less white, and then just draw another line up against the first line up here. Here. Rotate back here. So we're just fuzzing it, basically. Rinse it down. Peon Flux, thank you for the follow, my man. Now, blue. Grab some of the jade, some of the blue, and some white as well. And we're going to go kind of center on the water. Just kind of poke in. And just kind of use some stippling to kind of go center mass. See that? We're going to stipple down here. Be a little bit more white. Stipple in center. Down. Let's go back to the stock blue, lower the opacity with a little water. So low opacity blue. Just kind of filter over some of that to smooth it out. Let's take a little green, same thing, low opacity. Filter over some of that white up here. So now we've got that little planet up in that joint, looking good. Too easy. Now I think I can get a little bit more precise because this is front facing. Let's get a little green. Somebody called me. Wonder if it's somebody trying to swap me. I'm going to take a little transparent blue. Transparent blue. And what I really want to do here is get inside here and create a separation between the green and the blue. Using just heart pull, create a better border, frames and borders. I'll take that. So we've got also these teeth right here, which I'd like these teeth to not be bronze. So let's go back to let's make an actual tooth color. So just black, brown, ochre, white. And we're just kind of raw dogging it. And we're just going to add a little bit of white. To our bone color, or to our tooth color. We're just gonna heart pull right across the top. You see? There you go. Just subtractive. Just want to break it up a little bit. I remember this headpiece being kind of obnoxious. On the other, when I did mine. How it goes. Right there, yeah. Yeah, let me look at my orientation. Yeah. You see. Yeah, the head has a big twist in it. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. You don't even get to really see his chest unless you tilt him up. Like I'm taking the picture from so low here to get his chest in frame. So unfortunate. Alright, I mean, that's about it. I do have to head back to the hospital when we're done here to pick up some food. So I don't want to get too invested in something right now. Let me actually send Wyatt a text right now, let him know we're wrapping up. Right. So Manchota, Recoil's Mom, War Pigment. That's currently our final 4 right now. When I get back to the Beats Lab, I'll be able to start shipping again. And we have actually boxes of sponsorship swag now, which we were waiting on for a long time. So we should be able to get that going again. As soon as we get back, we haven't been in studio for so long though, you know? Since kind of serendipitous, honestly, that my situation is as it is now, so I could have done something like this easily. So I'm grateful for that. Minute 40 left in the chat, the timer. We're going to Grumpy Crane Studios after this, guy, so stay tuned. We're going to bring that raid love. The Huff. It's been a long time coming. Hope you get actually settled in. Thanks, man. Recoil is all good. We love to love. I love that. I love you guys. Today is the 20th. It's the top T. We got a minute left. Less than a minute. Shout out to Safety Guy. Thanks for kicking it with us today. Welcome to the community. Exclamation point access. Anybody new here, you want to jump on Patreon, see all these VODs. Exclamation point class, sign up, get OP. Painting Angron again. Funny because I was thinking about painting them for myself. So I was like, damn, how many times I'm going to touch this model? Fucking Angron. I still have to send fucking that cipher to Lazy Doug, man, because like I put them in the shelf, then I went to OVO and then like haven't shipped it to him. Monchota, Recoil's mom, Legends. Thank you guys for supporting me and finding value in my content. And War Pigment. Most Magic. This is Hope. Wyatt and you, best of luck for his homecoming. Me too, man. Let's jump over to Twitch. Grumpy Crane Studios coming up next, guys. Grumpy Crane Studio. Alright. The raid is queuing up, guys. You bring the length, the girth, the positivity. On over to Grumpy Crane. We're queuing down this raid for 1 minute. Recoil, much love, homie. Later, Gator. Don't eat Gator, though. Puff, thank you so much. Love Minis, the Beast mod. He's currently on a break. There's an ad in progress. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. This is bad timing. So, there's going to be 2 minutes on an ad, unless you're a sub. It says restroom break. He's taking a leak. I could take a leak in like way less than 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I'll go pee in like 9 seconds. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. He might have stairs huff. That's what the hobo sink is for.